Hey, Rod.
What's up, Shaver?
Hey, man, I have a public service announcement for all the color belts out there.
Public service. What you got?
Yeah, man. So I need you guys to start thinking, am I hurting more than I'm helping?
Interesting. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're going to talk about it this time on Open Mac Chronicles.
All right, you guys, welcome back. Open Mac Chronicles. We're coming back at you guys again. This 1865 Rod here, and as always, got my man Schaefer in the house. What's up, Schaefer?
What's up, everybody? Schaefer's in the house. Welcome to another episode of Open Mac Chronicles. We're here with you again, another week. We're still alive.
You're stuck with us again.
Stuck with us. Heck yeah. Hey, man, so what's been going on with you, Rod? What's been happening?
Not much, man. Normal training. I did see a cool hack, though, the other day.
Really?
Yeah, actually, it was this. There was a purple belt, and he was working with guy started like a couple weeks ago. He was like a new white belt, right? Okay. But it was actually when you were teaching, you were showing a move. But it was a pretty slick hack that he showed.
Huh. Well,
I don't know if it's good or bad, but
yeah, don't get me started on people teaching other things while I'm teaching.
Oops.
Good. Yeah, really. Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny because we've talked about this like so many times, ad nauseum. We've talked about this. It's just you and me, right? And, and we're like, you know, it's cool. You've been training for a while. You know a lot of stuff. You're a purple, you're a brown, you're a black belt. You got it. We understand, right? But then, like, you get these new guys who come in, and they're like, boom, fresh face, all, like, big smiles. And they're like, I'm going to learn this jiu-jitsu stuff. It's going to be awesome. So if I'm teaching the class, I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to rock these basics. I'm going to get you a good foundation, and I'm going to make sure you can do the things that are basic to jiu-jitsu. But you're right. Then we get somebody who'll jump in and they'll go, yeah, I mean, that's cool and all.
Let me show you a shortcut to everything that Harold just showed you.
Absolutely.
Forget all that.
Absolutely.
Just do this. Dude, that's frustrating, huh?
It is a little frustrating. So, okay, you said it was this last class. So, dude, I was teaching a really slick arm in guillotine. You take the guy from Turtle, boom, you catch him up. Anyway.
Wait, is that the roll?
Well, no, that was fun.
No.
I taught that too.
Yeah,
I know you didn't like that one, but it's a good one. So
it's
that's
not a good
the
one.
one, the back take. That's the back take from Turtle. You tie him up.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that one.
I like that one. But no, this was also from Turtle. And, you know, you start on his side. You cross the arm that's nearest to his head in front of him. Boom. You snatch him up, throw the leg in. Hook him with your other leg.
Oh, it looks like a modified Peruvian neck there almost.
It starts off almost looking like a Peruvian.
Yeah, I don't know. That's actually a pretty slick move.
But you said so the purple belt was teaching something else. What did he end up showing?
I don't know, dude. It was just a hack. I was kind of embellishing a little bit, but he may not have been a purple belt. He maybe wasn't. All the purple belts like it wasn't me. So he probably wasn't a purple belt.
I swear it wasn't me.
He might have been higher than a purple belt.
Yeah, it could have been. So here's the deal with that, right? Well, first of all, when someone else is teaching, I think you should actually just go with whatever they're teaching, right? Like if you're in the class, you should work it as well. Or you do a really good thing. Like if it's something that you know you're not feeling, right?
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it, tell the people what you do. Like if I'm teaching something, because we talked about chokes, right? Rod's like, I don't really like chokes. But if you...
I like only rear naked chokes.
Right.
That's a great feeling. That's the best submission right there.
But if I'm showing something and you just know it's not for you.
It's not for me.
You're an upper belt. You can excuse yourself. You can do other things.
I sit out, dude. I sit on the sidelines. I'm not going to distract the class or try to show something else.
Right.
It's disrespectful to you, number one. Whoever's teaching, let them have their class.
Right. Let the students keep their undivided attention on what's being presented, right?
Yeah.
Because we get it. You guys know a lot, right? And jiu-jitsu is so widespread that when I'm showing, you might have seen and you might be like, hey, I know this little trick that I can do. Like if I add to this will be great. So you want to be helpful. You want to be helpful. You want to get out there. You want to show this new guy, check this out instead. But it's the instead part it's the instead part that kind of is bothersome.
Yeah,
right?
I understand. And there's a little nuance to it because some people will do the move a few times and they get it. But then they kind of explore on their own. I'm cool with that.
Yes.
Actually, you know who does that is shout out to Oleg. He's really good.
100%.
Because Oleg will do the move, and he's smart enough to figure the move out. Like, you show him once, he's got it. And he'll do the move with his training partner. He'll do it like 3 or 4 times. He owns it, right?
Right.
And then he'll say, hey, look at this, Rod. I figured out how to, this will stop it, or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And he usually has something that's really cool. I'm like, oh, dude, that is slick. I'm glad he did, because he might show like a flaw, not necessarily a flaw, but because every move has a counter move, but he might find that counter move like, that's pretty slick, dude. I have no problem with that.
Me either.
That's legit.
Me either. But if you're,
I'm talking about you. Go ahead.
From the very first start of the move, you're like, I'm just not doing it. I'm going to teach somebody something totally different.
Or I'm going to show you a shortcut. Right. Don't do that. Dude, it's going to lead to the same outcome, but I'm going to show you a quicker way to get there.
And then the problem with that, the way I see it, the problem with that is, if I'm showing something, I usually try to string things together. I usually try to keep things within, we teach concepts, right? We try to go, okay, well, listen, this translates and transfers over to this next move that I'm going to show, and this move, and this move. And I'm showing you, like, the groundwork of a family of moves that I want you to see.
Yeah.
And I want you to understand them all, and I want you to see how they tie together. I want you to see the similarities in these moves. But again, if you're shortcutting it, then they never get the foundation of what I'm trying to teach. And that is bothersome.
Well, it's not fair to the white belt. I mean, so let's just play this out to its fullest conclusion. Let's say you're a white belt, got 2 weeks in, and then you're stuck with this training partner who's just hacking everything, right? You're teaching a basic, like, what is a full mount, bumper roll, or whatever, right?
There we go.
And let's use that as an example. And you get showed another hack that's a great, maybe it's a sport jiu-jitsu move.
Right.
Not knowing that you have a reason for showing him this other version might be a street version, right? But he doesn't take that into consideration. He just shows you a hack. This guy never learns it.
Right.
Now he's a blue belt. He doesn't know it. And now he's a purple belt. He doesn't know it. He just doesn't know it.
And that's rough, dude, because I get it. We're all on our own jiu-jitsu journey, right? But one of the things about being on your journey is you are learning from someone who's giving you their time and who's put something together, and they're like, here's what I'm actually trying to teach you. They put some work in, they put some thought into it, and they're trying to actually impart this knowledge on you. And I'm not holding it against the new guy, because what the hell do they know, right?
He's just doing what he's doing. He's like, okay.
They're like, hey.
I see this guy's color on his belt. I guess I got to listen to him.
There it is. It's like, well, I know the instructor's up here doing this, but this guy who blatantly knows way more than me is showing me this, and he's the one I'm working with.
Yeah.
So I get where your new guys aren't going to be like, hey, that's not what we're working on today. Let's stick to the plan. They don't know any better, right? And in these instances, I think that's where it's incumbent upon the instructor to actually call that out, right? If you notice it, you got to be like, hey, that's not what we're working on, dude. It's like, sorry to bust your bubble. We'll have free time after, when open mat happens. If you want to take 5-10 minutes of your open mat time and show them that, cool.
But you know what? I even have a problem with that in a way.
Really?
A little bit. I'll tell you why. Because okay, so let's just say I'm working with a white belt who's been training for a month, right? Okay, so we all know, like, I like to do a lot of shin on shin,
absolutely,
false reaping, all that stuff. What if I took this freaking 2-week wipe and I'm like, hey man, let me show you this false reap. It's really cool. It's like I'm basically doing him a disservice. He's not ready for false reaping. He ain't false reaping nobody, right?
You're right.
It's too soon.
You're right.
I should be showing. I have an obligation to only show that guy basic fundamental moves, 0 hacks, 0 advanced moves. That's just my own personal belief at this point in time.
No, you make good sense with that. Like, if you are going to actually deviate, you should only deviate to still show them basic moves.
Another fundamental. This is another version of that. That's still a fundamental move that might work well for you based on your body type. Or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, 100%. You convinced me on that one. You're right. That is what you should be doing. You shouldn't be showing them any hacks. Like,
no hacks.
Not in the beginning, man.
It's too soon.
Not in the beginning. It's like they've got years to learn this stuff. And let's keep it real. Whoever it is showing it, they learned it over years.
I was going to say that, like, I wasn't doing a false sweep at white belt.
Right. It's like you took the time to build up to it.
Yeah.
Let them take the time to build up to it. You don't need to have these brand new guys who, like you said, can do a false reap and they can do a berimbolo.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're teaching berimbolos that much.
I haven't seen a lot of people berimboloing.
But you know,
but
back in my day, that was the cool.
It's still
thing.
there. When you least expect it, you're gonna get boloed, right?
Yeah,
so now
right.
you gotta watch right now.
But you're right. Like they don't know how to get out of mount. Like if you don't know how to get out of mount, or if you don't know how to maintain mount, or if you don't know how to do a scissor sweep, or if you can't just pass out of closed guard, why are you learning anything else? Like, why are you learning anything other than rock bottom basics? I understand why they would want to. They were like, well, because, man, you know, I want to be able to do this cool stuff because I don't want to get beat up and lose. But that comes back to our other thing, right? You can't lose in practice.
Exactly.
Right? Practice is so that you get your understanding of the art.
You know, I wonder how that. Because think about this. Let's say you had that white belt that was working with a purple belt, for example. Mm-hmm. Let's take your analogy. Let's take the berimbolo. So let's say he was working with the white belt on the side, and the guy actually gets pretty good at berimboloing, right? Because that's all he does.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know any fundamentals. But he's really good at hitting that berimbolo. I bet you everybody look at it. Oh, dude, this guy should be a blue belt, man. He's berimboloing everybody. But really, should he? Like,
right?
He's probably can't get out of side control.
Show me a bump sweep.
Yeah.
Show me this. Well, I never learned that. It's like, well, what do you mean you never learned that? Show me the full guard, attack a Kimura, miss the Kimura, go into a bump sweep.
Yeah. Miss that, go into a guillotine.
Which one is that? The guillotine, that's the one where you put your hands like this and that. It's like nah, man. You're trying to run when you should be crawling, right? That's like if you take a baby and you put them in water and you actually like hold them up, they kick their feet like they're running.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Really?
Which for sure. Like
that's hilarious.
Because it's just a natural thing that we can do. We can ambulate, right? So they'll make it seem like they're walking, but you throw their ass on some freaking some dry land, baby deer legs, boy, they're gonna crunch over. And that's what you're doing to these white belts, right? Yeah, you got them looking like you can run because you're holding them up because you're suspending them in water.
Yeah.
Put him on dry land, and he's gonna crumble. And you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to these guys, man. It's like, let them grow. Just plant the seed and just let them grow.
Speak the language of jiu-jitsu first.
Yes.
Before you start trying to throw big words in there.
Exactly.
Right?
They're doing their ABCs and you got them reading Shakespeare. It's too much. They're not ready. And I get it, dude. I get it because we all want to be so good at jiu-jitsu. So you think if I get good at this more complicated thing, it'll feel like I'm good at jiu-jitsu. But you're not. You're not good at jiu-jitsu. You're good at this one thing.
You're good at one move.
Yeah, you're good at this one thing. And then here's the problem with that one thing. You don't have the foundation to get yourself into position to actually do that one thing.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like unless someone just feeds it to you, you'll never get to do it. Man, how do we stop it?
It starts with an attack. I think that's the perfect analogy would be the berimbolo because they start doing like that freaking De La Riva, and then they'll go to berimbolo from there. So it would be that's something that a white belt could learn if you wanted to teach him, and he could probably get pretty good at it.
Yeah,
but that's kind of like all he would have.
It's so situational. It's so
very situational.
It's like this is probably not going to happen to you.
Yeah,
because they're going to realize, well, he can't stop anything else I can do.
Yeah.
He can't. He's laying there like a newborn baby. It's like he's got nothing for me.
You're right.
He'll never put me in a position where he can berimbolo me.
And that same guy would always start on the bottom to try to get the De La Riva to try to get the berimbolo. You know what I mean? Because that's the setup for it.
And they go, well, I just won't let him get to that. And that's like anybody who's learning foundational stuff, they'll go, yeah, this guy
won't even be able to knee slice.
He can't do any of this
Get that
stuff
De La Riva.
So
I don't know if it's that bad, but I mean, it would. I've seen people that are definitely, let's say they're not balanced very well,
right,
with their jiu-jitsu.
Yes,
you know, they can do things that require a lot of like mobility and dexterity. So you would think that they're better than they really are. They present themselves as somebody much better,
right?
But their actual knowledge and what they actually bring to the table when they're training.
Well, I mean,
you can see there's huge gaps in their game,
right? Like. They haven't even learned how to base out when they are in someone's close guard. So it's like they just collapse over super easily. Like they don't have an understanding of their own balance yet.
Isn't that the weirdest thing?
What's that?
Just when you're rolling, because we have so many new guys right now, it's just the weirdest thing when you get somebody in close guard. It throws your game off because they're like wet noodles. Right. They just fall over. You're like, I'm not used to this guy just falling over. Like, okay, I guess I'll mount you.
Why'd
but like,
you fall over?
But it's so weird. Like all the new guys have gone through that. Like occasionally you see somebody who's like stout. He's like a freaking tree. But maybe that guy wrestled or something.
They're like a weeble wobble.
Yeah, because I would think wobble, most people have no balance, dude. Because their knees are going to be close together. Yes. They're not going to even base out. So
and they don't know what to do. Like they feel themselves getting tilted, and they go, "Well, maybe I should just go with it."
Yeah.
But it's like, no, don't go with it.
It's
like
crazy.
Everything is so counterintuitive, and that's the other part, right? They have to learn that what seems like it should make sense doesn't make sense. It's like, I should go this way if this is happening. It's like, no. Or it's like, oh, hey, this guy he's going to pull my arm in because he wants to arm me. I should push him away. No. You need to get him in tight. You need to bring him to you. So it's like, if they don't go through those early learning stages, they're going to miss out on all these little things that by getting put into the basic positions, they will intuit. You know what I mean? Like they'll actually start to understand where their body is in time and space. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. Don't do this.
It happens pretty quickly too, because that's the flip side of that. Is that some of those same people that I just mentioned, like the wet noodles, they've been training for like 3 weeks, and already a couple of them are like, they're not doing that anymore. They're not falling over to the side. I'm like, dude, we could actually roll. Like I rolled with one of them, that big tall dude. I'm like, okay, like that was noticeably better, dude. Like
100%.
You didn't just fall over to your side. A couple of times, but like it wasn't like every time. It was like,
yes, absolutely.
Like, look, it was that much way more fun too. We could actually engage in a freaking sparring match.
And it's like, it's not like by no means do you need to kick it up or anything like that.
No,
but you're like, I get it. I'm going to give him a little bit here. I'm going to maybe start to threaten this here.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, wait a minute. I know not to do this because I learned this in the basics class. I learned this when I was paying attention because this guy kept like pulling my arm and then he cut my legs from under me and kept sweeping me. So now, I learned to stay a little bit lower. I learned to keep my elbows closer to my rib cage. I learned to
You figured it out pretty quickly.
Hips. Yeah, man.
Getting submitted is the best teacher.
It is, of course.
So that's why I don't have a problem submitting white belts because you should. I think you should. A lot of people say, oh, no, you should work with them. No, you need to submit them because
you got to show them that there's a difference between where they're at and where they can be.
Well, it's a great teacher getting submitted. If you get armbarred, you're like, oh, man, that sucked, dude. I keep getting armbarred. How do I not get armbarred anymore? Because you kind of have to do it.
Because you keep wanting to push away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you can't push.
It's like the little shock collar.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to. I think you're doing a disservice if you're just only working with them and never submitting them. I think that's my personal belief is you have to submit people when they're lower belts because that's the growing process. Well, you don't have to be mean about it, but you should just do a nice little quick submission.
And this is why when we do talk about blue belts, right, we tell these blue belts, nah, dude, you don't need to teach shit right now. Like, you should be beating these jokers up.
Kind of.
I'm not saying like maul him. I'm not saying take his lunch money, have him dying in the corner. But this is your food.
This is their time.
This is their
time to shine.
Man.
Yes.
We need you to eat.
You need to eat. I must feed.
Exactly, right? You're like
this mortal body must feed.
Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors. You're like the little baby playing, feed me, Seymour.
You're right.
We're throwing you these white belts, man. Eat them. Eat them. Get big. Get strong. But don't try to say, well, I'm going to teach them all the things I know.
No, you don't need to do that.
You don't know shit right now. There's an infinite amount of stuff for you.
And even if you do know a lot, that's not really. It's not the time for that. It's your job. Look, this is the one time you get to beat people up, man. Because like if you beat people up as a black belt, you're gonna be looked at as like a douchebag, right?
Why aren't you teaching me more?
Enjoy it now. Beat these people up. Like beat up the lower belts.
Yes,
that's your job. Your role in jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah,
I have no problem.
I remember there was a Joe Rogan said something in a podcast like years ago, right? And he was like, for the upper belts, he's like, blue belts are your food. He's like, you should be.
Yeah.
This is where you get to practice all your stuff because if you miss it, you're not in so much danger that you can't recover. You miss this sweep that you learned, and then the guy ends up kind of passing your guard. Well, you're not like, oh shit, I'm done because now that he's passed my guard, there's nothing else I can do. No, you say, okay, I missed that. Boom, boom, boom. I recovered. Let's keep the party going, and you get to your next thing. Well, blue belts, that's for you to do, and with the white belts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be a little spazzy sometimes. So, you might catch an elbow here and there. You might get a headbutt. It's okay. That just makes you tough, right?
Dude, blue belts are the perfect people to take those new white belts on. It's like, it's great for them because think about it. You're a blue belt. Let's say you're a 175-pound blue belt, right? You got this big 260-pound guy come in. Maybe he wrestled a little bit. Dude, that's his job.
Yes.
Go get it.
Yes.
Bro, I did that growing up. I did that.
It's like breaking horses, right?
Yes, it's great. It's great trick. 'Cause look, that's why I honestly say it. As a black belt now, at my age, I have zero interest in rolling with a 250-pound wrestler because I've done it for 14 years. Like I have nothing to prove. I already know how it's going to go. It's not a big deal. I've done it. But when you're a blue belt, those are little mini challenges that are fun. They're exciting. Like, how am I going to do against this David and Goliath situation? I want to see how bro, you got to go through it.
And you know who our perfect example of that is? Eric. Like
Eric gets it. He rolls anybody.
Because he was on the show a while ago. If you guys go back, you'll see it. It was Eric and Brian were on. Hell, Brian too.
Brian is another one. Yeah,
like
he rolls to anybody.
These guys are game.
They're
like, bring it on. It doesn't matter how big you are.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care. I'm gonna show you what this blue belt.
Dude, that's how I was as a blue belt. I was seeking out the biggest guys.
Yes.
I remember when what's his name, Captain Dan, and I think I was a blue belt. Maybe I was a white belt. And who's the other big guy? David Sales. When they joined, I'm like, dude, I always paired up with those two because I want the biggest guy in the room to work with.
For sure.
Because for me, it was like, I want to get used to rolling with big dudes because like, what happens if you encounter a big dude on the street? I want to get used to that feeling of a guy 250 pounds or whatever,
Hell yeah.
So,
but now could you imagine though? Let's say you're halfway in on your blue belt, and instead of that, you go, let me show you something, man.
I wasn't showing nobody nothing, dude.
Let me show you this, right?
I was very selfish with my jiu-jitsu.
And that's the time to be selfish, though.
But it didn't even cross my mind because in my mind, I'm like, I'm just a blue belt. I'm not a teacher. I'm not even close to being there. Like it's not my role to teach you anything right now.
And that is very true. And I understand the desire to want to share and teach other people. I get it. I'm an educator, freaking long time, decades long educator, so I understand. I like showing people stuff. But there's a time and a place, right? There's a time and a place, and there's other people who are already actively doing it. Let them do it.
Let them do it. Yeah.
Let them do it. Let them share their decades worth of knowledge over your couple of years that you've been doing the damn thing. You might be great. And I know people say, well, you can learn something from everybody. I actually agree with that too. You can. You can learn something from everybody, right? But you shouldn't be their primary source of education.
Yes, you're right.
Because you're still in the early learning phases, right?
I'm trying to think. I remember when I was a purple belt maybe, and there was a guy that came in, and we were always training partners, a white belt, but he was catching on really quickly, and he was a pretty good dude, and he was actually getting pretty good.
Right.
So after a couple of years, he got his blue belt, and we were still, or right before his blue belt, we would train a lot, but I would show him stuff here and there, but it wasn't like, he would ask me questions, I would answer them. It wasn't me going on my way, hey, I'm going to show you this hack. And when we rolled, it was like, I'm trying to smash you, bro. There was no like, let me work with you.
Let me talk you through this.
I was trying to smash him, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you made another good point here, right? If the guy asks you, I get it, right? If he's like, here we go. I came in, I taught the class, right? I'm teaching, like I said, the Kimura, you missed the Kimura, you hit a bump sweep. And if the guy, as he's working with a blue belt who's higher, goes, hey, can you help me with that move that Harold was showing? Like, can you? It's like, man, I'm putting my hands in the wrong place maybe for this Kimura. Okay, for sure. Then you go, all right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you set your hand here,
Yeah.
Show it to him, right? But don't go, yeah, man, this isn't the way I would do it. Like, what I would do is I would shoot the arm all the way through. I'd hit a rear naked choke grip because then you can you can create more torque and this, that. Are you wrong? Can that actually work? Of course it can work. Is it time for him to do that? No, it's not time for him to do that.
I think it maybe at brown belt you could start assuming that role of teaching.
Where you go like out of your way to show them something else.
Yeah, that's when you kind of work with the guys a little bit. Hey, this is going to be kind of like a a chill role. We're just working with each other. I mean, the role should be chill. We always preach at 70% either way. Sure. But I think there could be more of an objective of maybe winning when you're a lower belt, when you're a white belt, blue belt, and purple belt. I think I see that that mentality is going to be more prevalent.
I want the lower belts to go after the guys.
They kind of should, yeah.
That's for sure. I want you to go after them. I want you to put in some work.
Yeah.
I want you to eat. I want you to grow up big and strong and be a shark. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be out there freaking king of the ocean and do the damn thing. But don't step on toes and start teaching totally different classes from what the actual instructors are teaching.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How do we get people to do it?
But I mean, at the same time, I don't want to.
Maybe we're doing that right now.
We're influencing. But it's a kind of a fine line because I don't want to stifle, development and I want to encourage sharing knowledge because like we do say, look how good our blue belts are now. They're freaking legit, and it's because of all these different information they have access to all these upper belts. So what are your thoughts on that? Like,
here's the fix. Go ask the upper belt. Hey, I actually have some good stuff. Could I teach? And then either get a yes or no. Like, show them what it is you want to, like, actually get in there, talk to them beforehand, get permission. Like, actually say, hey, look, maybe after class or maybe during the rolling time, can I show you a couple of things? And it'd be, like, really cool. Let me get your opinion. Like, humble yourself a little bit, right? Say, hey, do you think this could be something worth teaching?
Oh, you mean if you have this totally new stuff?
Yeah, and if he's got a really good handle on it, cool. I might go, all right, yeah, you know what? I'm going to teach the first half of this class, and I'm going to bring you up.
Oh, yeah. I do. Sometimes I bring them up.
I do it.
I do that. I bring up even a blue belt. I say, hey, man,
I pull Brian up for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You know who else is really good is we mentioned already, Eric.
Yeah.
Like now, and I like the Eric style too because he'll show a move. Let's say I teach a move.
Right.
He'll do that move first with his training partner. Mm-hmm. And then I'll see sometimes he might show him like, hey, and I've ever heard him goes, hey, this works for me, for my body type. You may like it, you may not, but this is another way you can do it. And I think that's totally cool. There's nothing wrong with that because it's a nuance to something that I did because everybody's body type is different, right?
For sure.
So maybe that other person can't do the same exact move I can do and vice versa.
But what he shouldn't be doing is going, hey, I know Rod's showing this this shin on shin or whatever the case may be. Let me show you this freaking flying armbar.
No, he won't. No, he would never do it. No.
Oh, he does. No.
He would show the shin on chin. Let's say the person's having trouble getting it. And let's say Eric had another way that kind of worked for him. He would share that way that works for him with that guy. And I think that you should do that because my way's not the only way.
For sure.
That my way might not be a good fit for this guy. So that's what I think you should do is show a little nuance to what's being taught. If the guy's having trouble catching the move, or maybe you just love this way that you've kind of modified it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
But it shouldn't be a totally different move.
It shouldn't be a totally different move, no.
A massive deviation.
Yeah, I'm not. A hack is like, okay, all that path that Harold just showed you going to this is, forget all that. Just do this right here. Look at the same outcome.
Skip it.
You still get an arm bar, right?
Just skip all that.
Skip all that. Just wrist lock him. No,
That's the ultimate hack.
That's the ultimate hack.
Hell yeah. So I know Rob was showing you this knee bar, and that's good, right? But once you start going for that knee bar, he's probably going to reach for you. Just grab him, boom, wrist lock him.
Yeah.
That's the hack. Yeah, don't do that, dude. Even though if I was going to hack, that would be my hack.
I know.
That would be my hack for everything. I think actually, it was. You showed some lasso, and
that was good.
It was a really good class. So you hit the lasso, you hit the sweep.
Oh yeah, there's a wrist lock there,
and then it puts you right in a perfect position
because you're bicep slicing them.
Yeah.
I always tell them be careful. Like when I do the sweep, you kind of have to let go of this arm, and I kind of try to shove it through because I'm nice.
Because you're avoiding the bicep,
I don't want to bicep slice
because lower belts aren't allowed to do it. And I'm like, but just wrist lock them.
Yeah, you could,
even though I didn't say it. I
never thought about it, but you could do it.
I might have mentioned it. I don't know. But I wasn't like trying to freaking take over your class and go, hey, fuck all that other stuff he was showing. Just wrist lock the guy. Why do all this other stuff? Why attack the arm?
Exactly.
Like, no. Finish it with a wrist lock. Easy peasy.
The people who know it's going to be like Rod teaching lasso guard.
Right.
I know. Rod teaching a gi class? What's up? Hey, I still do gi. I did many years of gi coming up.
Right.
Got my black belt in the gi.
Absolutely.
Actually, you know what's funny? I don't always do gi, but when I do gi, I do lasso guards. Like I love me some spider lasso.
He's the most interesting man in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Lasso guard is actually that's the funnest thing. But you know what? The bad thing about lasso, it messed up my fingers are wrecked from lasso guard.
Yeah. I never really got heavy-handed lasso.
It's great, dude.
And that's probably why.
I love lasso
it just
guard.
tears your fingers
It's
up,
really hard because you got to do really strong H grips, and then you're gonna run across that guy who just like does the lawnmower escape, where he's just like trying to start the lawnmower, just yanks it out, and you can't let go fast enough because you got a proper H grip is the little cup.
You're tied
and you turn it in, tie it, pull it in. You can't just let go of the grip. I can't let go that quickly. So take my fingers with me. For all you haters,
right? Which is funny.
What's up, Halen? Randy.
A lot of my moves also, I do a lot of stuff that works gi and no gi because I'm like, hey, listen, it'll save your grips because, I just grab like muscle moves. I know. But that's just me, dude. I don't know.
But if you're going to do the gi, bro, you might as well embrace that freaking gi and have fun with it. But I will admit this, though. I'm good for a little bit of lasso, spider guard, all that.
Right.
You roll with some, blues and purples, I'm good. You start going against some really good guys that are not necessarily really, really good, because these guys are good. But I'm saying good guys or any guy that's intent on really getting you, it's not fun anymore. Because now it's like, now we're just grip fighting. We're grip fighting. You get a grip, rip it off. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, I spent 4 minutes grip fighting, and then if you do get grips on me, like Randy, then you got to hold me down for a freaking 5 minutes. That was no fun. I love rolling with Randy no gi. I don't like rolling Randy the gi on.
Next class, you got to spend the first half hour wrapping your fingers up.
Hey, that's true too.
Because you're so broken from the last time you just went here, man.
I just thought it must have bothered me because that roll with Randy was like 3 months ago, and I'm still thinking of. Shout out to Randy, dude. That was good.
PTSD.
PTSD with the grips. Dang, man.
That's funny stuff.
That's pretty good.
But anyway, listen, people.
Hey, yeah, going back.
Seriously.
Which leads me to something else, but go ahead.
Oh, if it leads you to something else, go into it. Because I'm just going to start reiterating it to these people. Don't shortchange these new guys. Don't do it to them. Don't show them. Don't you invest in helping them skip the basics that they really should be learning, because you're doing them a disservice, man. You really are. Let them walk the path the same way you walk the path, because those early stages build them into better fighters later. They have to get that basic understanding. It's like, if you don't have a good foundation, everything else is going to crumble, man. You just do it the right way.
Even when it gets to your rolling, when it gets to slap hands, sparring, kombatch, right?
Right.
Give them something to work with, right? When I roll with like brand new people, I don't know why. Sometimes they're just laying all the way down. Like,
right?
What are you
don't
doing,
do that,
bro? Like,
no.
Or they're in a weird position. I show everybody, at least if you're going to be on the bottom, and you want to sit on your butt, at least do it properly. You know, elbows in. Neck up, looking upright.
Give them
protecting
something to work
this
with.
Space right here, this real estate. Because my goal is to get between the hip and the underarm. I want to occupy your torso. Block that off. So I explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then when I rolled, I'm like, okay, at least I got to get around his legs, which is, at least it's something, right? But, man.
No, I get it. So
you already know what I'm thinking.
Look, check this out.
You already know what I'm thinking.
I'll give you a great hypothetical example of what you really should not do.
Okay.
Right? Okay, you're really good at jiu-jitsu. We get that. You're going to work, quote unquote, with this guy who is brand new, right? You go, okay, you ready? You slap hands, you turn your back, you poke your ass up in the air, and you start doing donkey golf, right?
Yeah.
And then, so now this guy's like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? It's like, I have no idea. This is not the jiu-jitsu I've been learning over the last month. What am I supposed to do? Do I just run up and I grab him? Do I just run up? Oh, I drew that, and he rolled under me and, like, knee barred me. It's like, don't put them in that freaking scenario.
Give him something
to
work with.
Because you've just short freaking circuited his brain. Because you're doing something that just does not make sense.
You're right.
To him.
You're right. It would be like me just trying to shin on shin, like a brand new, 1 week.
Sure,
he wouldn't even know what that like.
He's like, he doesn't even know he's in danger.
What's a canelo guard? I hate calling it that. I don't call it canelo guard. Gus does that. I hate that.
Yeah, so
it's shin on shin.
So yeah, man, like, if you're so much better than them, which you are, and you should be, right? You come down to just above their level to work. You don't go, I'm going to show you so much disrespect that I know I'm not even in the slightest of it a danger. So I'm going to turn my back and poke my ass up to you and let you try. But they're not going to try because they're freaked out. They just don't know what to do.
If you think about it, it is straight up disrespectful.
It is. It's like they're new.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're just, we say they got no name, they got no soul.
No, I say they got no soul until you get a blue belt.
And that's fine. But you can still.
But that's fine. You got no soul. You get your soul when you get your blue belt.
Yeah, exactly. But until then, you got to let them work, man. You got to let them work.
No, but you're right. You're right. And here's the thing, too. You could even go, hold on. Let's say you had some style like you described.
Right.
That worked really well for you. You weren't doing that as a 2-week wipeout.
Hell no.
Right?
Hell no.
You weren't doing that back then.
Could you imagine that? You go, okay, so check this. I know you've been here for 2 weeks. What I need you to do, when you're ready to roll, you look in his eyes, you slap his hands, turn your back to him, and then get up on all fours and poke your butt up.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? That's what I should do? Absolutely. That's going to work. That donkey guard's going to be great. We just got to work through it. No. He's not going to know what the hell he's going to do. The guy's going to probably just push him over because already they have no base. So it's so now he's up here twerking in front of this guy, and he's going to get knocked over, and he's going to get choked out. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Keep these guys and gals learning the basics. That's what they're here for, and that's what you're here for. You're here to help them with their basics. Come on, man.
You know when I start showing them more stuff? When I start seeing them develop a little bit, and maybe you see them kind of naturally gravitating towards something, they're like, oh, that guy's he's starting to hit some triangles a little bit, but they're sloppy.
Right.
I'm going to work at that guy.
Yes. They're becoming the type of grappler that they're going to be.
Yeah.
But don't shove them into the – nobody puts baby in the corner, right? Don't shove them into the freaking corner.
Patrick Swayze. Right? Yep. Was it Roadhouse?
Yeah.
The original Roadhouse.
No, not Roadhouse.
It was. Nobody puts baby in the corner?
Roadhouse is when he ripped the guy's throat out. Roadhouse.
Okay, so when he says nobody puts baby in the corner, what movie is that from?
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dirty Dancing. You're right. It's still Patrick Swayze, though.
It's still Patrick Swayze, but it's a totally different Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, totally different character.
Hell yeah. So don't put baby in the corner, right? Yeah. Don't have them doing some really off the wall shit. Just give them those basics. Let them work with it, man. Let them progress naturally. Come on.
And also another thing too. I'm a rant here.
I know, me too, right?
But as much as I like leg lock, don't be leg locking brand new people. They just don't know. You're basically just saying, I want to win. I just want to tap you out.
Correct.
Why?
And that's even for you blue belts, right?
That's for anybody. That's for me too. That's for everybody.
There's no need for you to do that against new guys. Just have a simple roll. Just fight a little bit above their skill level. Sweep them, mount them, kind of crush them up a little bit. You can beat a guy up and not actually even submit them, right?
Just control them.
Boom, I'm controlling them. They're like, how do I get out? You know?
What's the definition of this? Would you say a guy who's how long of a white belt do you have to be before you can get another white belt goes after him? I'm going to try to
6 months.
Yeah, or unless he starts showing some.
Well, yeah. Prowess. If they're progressing very quickly, hell, even 3 months. Their first stripe. Let them get a stripe under their belt, right? You know what I mean? Let them get.
Because you should. Here's the thing. I just don't think you need to. You shouldn't have to reserve. Okay, even if you're a white belt, let's say you're a white belt, you got 2 years in.
Right.
Right. You're ready to get your blue belt. You're hovering on your blue.
Yeah.
And there's another white belt that comes in.
Right.
You shouldn't really need to resort to leg locking him.
Absolutely
to beat
not.
him. I don't think you should.
For you.
Yeah.
There's nothing for you.
It's too much. That's
right. If anything, pull him into your guard.
Pull him into close guard and control him.
Right.
Do that. Wait till they get a little bit better.
A couple times. Do a freaking arm bar. Yeah. Hit him with a freaking guillotine. Just hit him with a collar choke. Do all these other basic things that they have no idea how to defend against. Right. Show them all the real simple basic stuff to jiu-jitsu. Let them get a good foundation. You can whoop people's ass with foundational simple moves.
now here's a counter to that though, because
Okay.
I just thought, what if the other guy's just trying to practice his, and there's no better person to practice on than somebody that's not aware of it, right? So maybe,
Well,
I'm not saying the first week.
Oblivious?
No, maybe let the guy settle in. Give him like 3 months.
Like, don't heel hook the trial class guy.
Yeah. Okay, and I would give that exception to a guy, maybe another white belt or a blue belt. I think if you're above blue belt, dude, you shouldn't be doing it. I'm not saying you shouldn't leg lock white belts, but not when they're new like that.
Right.
Let them settle in and man.
Yeah, let them get a feel for jiu-jitsu first. Let them get a feel for jiu-jitsu first. Now, look, this is all opinion, right? I mean,
I just leg locked the white belt the other day, though.
Huh?
I just leg locked this white belt like 6 times.
Yeah, man,
but he was coming at me kind of hard.
He was looking at you real crazy.
He was coming at me, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He was coming at me like, okay,
he knew what he got himself into.
I have sinned.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to go flog yourself now because or what's the old bell that Chin used to have? Shame. Shame. Look, we get it. There's always going to be a time or two where you just kind of do too much. I'm saying don't just consistently be the guy. I was about to say the asshole. Don't consistently be that where you're always just either hacking or freaking teaching something different or just showing these brand new guys stuff that's just so outside of
they're not ready
their freaking skill set.
Yeah.
They're not ready for it, man. And just trust your instructors. Trust your instructors more. Hell, you trusted them enough to come to their class, right?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Just like check your ego, man. Just chill out. Chill out. Damn. Did I mention that you guys should like, subscribe, and share this? We got going. We got going.
We ain't like nothing, man. If you're the guy.
I think I should point that out.
Oh, man. We should have said that first. I hate these two guys. No, awesome. Everybody should. This would help everybody's school, to be honest. Yes. And if you're that white belt, we're your best friends.
For sure.
Right? If you're new coming in, yeah.
We're trying to help you out.
We're the voice of that brand new white belt, that just started training 3-4 weeks ago.
Hell yeah. Because we want to see you get a soul. We want to see you progress and get a blue belt so we can remember your freaking name. We really want to know who you are.
It is true.
And I say this at the end of each of my class, right? I go, you new guys, man, without you, this shit is done. Jiu-jitsu's over if we don't get new people in.
It's so cliche, but it's so true when they say you don't know their name until they're blue belt. That's kind of true.
I know. Okay, look, we're only human, man. I was like,
I know it's not that.
I've lived by the whole like no new friends thing for so long. It's like the people I'm cool with, I've been cool with forever. You know what I mean? But it's funny because time keeps on slipping, and next thing you know, a guy who you didn't know his name, and he's your friend. You've been kicking with him all the time, and it's like, shit, it happens. Anyway, it's a joke when we say you don't have a name or a soul. Kinda.
Is it though? Is it?
I said kinda. I don't know. I'm just trying to cover our asses here. So, point being, everybody, keep training, stay on top of this thing, right? But just be cognizant of it. Be aware of what's going on. Listen to what we're saying. Like, kind of process this shit, man, and see if what we're saying makes sense, right? If it doesn't, let us know. Like, tell us. It's like, if you've got a different perspective, share it with us because we would love to go back and forth. We're interested in hearing other people's points of view, right?
Because we're not saying, like, objectively don't ever show them. We're just saying in general, more times than not, these rules will probably apply.
Correct.
There's going to be some 80-20, yeah. 20% of the time, you might have that guy that knows some cool stuff. 20% would be like Oleg or Eric or Brian.
Right.
That's 20%. Because, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Most of the rest of school are just going to be outside of that 20% and just be normal. They're not really breaking rules or, I don't want to make, how do I say that? They're not overtly, I guess, teaching where they shouldn't be teaching. Let's say that. Yeah. They're kind of sprinkling it in as needed.
Exactly. It's like salt.
If I forgot your name, then it's not on purpose. I'm sure there's other people besides Eric and Brian and Oleg. I'm sure there's a lot more. I'm just not thinking of it right now. So don't read into it. Well, sometimes too, they're like, did you mean me or did you not mean me? I'm like, no, I didn't mean you.
Hell yeah, we meant you.
Yeah.
No.
But those are just the 3 that I train with all the time.
Yes,
I see them all the time, so they are the first people that come to mind.
Absolutely. And look, guys, just take all this with a grain of salt, right? But, I mean, we're saying it because we see it. And it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you nothing like that. Just be aware. Make sure you're being more helpful than hurtful. You may very well think you are, but put a little more thought into it and go, all right, well, wait a minute, you're right. This person is coming in, and he's only got a limited amount of time to train. Is what I just did, what I showed him, was that the best use of their time?
Yeah.
And if they're beginners, I would argue that no, it was not the best use of their time. So let's keep everybody focused, especially our new guys. Learn the basics, grow your game, and just be a badass, man.
That's it.
There you go.
Keep training.
Hell yeah, keep training, man. Keep training because it's important to you. And if it's important to you, you'll find a way. And if it's not, you'll find an excuse. But until next time, everybody, thank you for checking us out at Open Mat Chronicles. Us.